This is a place I like to come in Calgary. I'd rather be out in the mountains. Unfortunately, I can't at the moment. But, my leg is still not working as it should. This is a place I like to come. This area here is what's called one of the birthplace forests. So what they do, I don't know if they run it for a little while, but what they do is for every child born in a particular year, they plant a tree for them. And you can come down and have a tree named after you and all that kind of stuff. So I can't be out in the mountains at the moment because I've done something to my leg. So steps and walking up big stuff is out at the moment, I'm afraid. So this is the flattest walk I know in town. So this is the Botanical Gardens of Calgary. A lot of people don't even know this is here. I can tell you now, this is actually a very nice walk. There's quite a bit more behind me. I'm going to see how I get on going up this bit. I've pulled something in there and it's not good. Sitting around at home, I've been cooped up indoors for days and days and days. It's driving me nuts. So I need to get out of the house and stretch my leg a bit. Very nice place to come and visit. Loads of nice benches and that in here. You just come and have a sit down, have a wander around, which is actually really nice. There's like a little maze thing over here. A bit more in a moment. Hello, Pops. Oh yeah. Right then. You going to come and help? Yeah. Yeah, this little maze thing here. You can follow the path all the way around. It's actually really cool. This is all run and maintained by volunteers. They actually do an amazing job in here. Once all the flowers and that start, it's all starting to green up, which is good. Yeah. This shot down through here is rather nice. I've done this with my good camera a few times. Takes back some very nice pictures. Right, I'm going to head up and through the trees the other way. Oh. The other reason I've come to this location is because there are no stairs. Yeah. Lots of chairs, but no stairs, which is good. Loads and loads of chairs, yeah, which is always a good thing. It's just a nice place to come for a walk. A lot of people bring their dogs up here for a walk, as you can see. As I say, this was one of the birthplace forest sites in Calgary, and my kids were born in that. There is another one of these. There's quite a few of these across Calgary, and my kids have a couple of trees there in one of the other locations. As you can see, trees are coming out, leaves are coming. Yeah. Always a good spot. So I've been here a few times. I'm going to do the same thing now. This bench here is rather nice. And sit at this one. Sitting down is actually more painful than walking around. So, for whatever reason, my left leg doesn't really want to bend so much. So if I'm going to do a foot shot, my boots. I actually managed to get my boots on, which is really, really nice. I've been wandering around in flat shoes for the last week, and it's actually nice to be able to put my boots on. But actually been able to bend my feet to get my boots on. It's not so easy. Right, I'm going to head on that way, and I shall do a bit more in just a minute. This area is broken up into many different sections. There's fruit gardens, there's sensory gardens, there's alpine and all kinds of good stuff. Lots of little places for picnic sites. Like I say, most of this is purely voluntary. They actually do a very good job. Yeah. But it is certainly a good place to come and stretch your legs. This is something that Calgary could actually do with a lot more of. Birthplace forest thing. They didn't really do much with it in the last few years, but they really should. Yeah. It's one of those things that creates very, very nice areas for people to come, walk their dogs, have a bit of a sit down and what have you. It also creates good community, because people come up here, walk their dogs all the time, and bump into each other, conversation, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's good. Over there, that blue thing over there is a water fountain, but it also has a space there for dogs as well. Right, now I have a little bit of hill. Doesn't matter where I go, there's always a bit of up, but this is a very small up, so I will take that. It's a bit difficult walking flat-footed. Yeah. When you consider there's a road over through there, as you can hear, when you consider this is literally right alongside a road on what would have once been considered just a piece of waste ground that was covered in grass that the city had to mow every year. So instead of just leaving it as grass to mow, they turned it into this, which I think is absolutely amazing. And so we have so many areas like this in Calgary where we could do a lot more stuff like this. All we need is the willpower for people to do it. And there's lots and lots of people. It's not like Calgary's short of people, you know. And, having this in a community makes such a difference. It's hugely important for the community. Having something like this in the community, also I can tell you now, the houses off to my left here, this does absolutely wonders for the house prices. Yeah. Yeah. Not too many places in Calgary have this right on their doorstep. Well, these guys do. Well, look at it. I mean, if you was walking up here, if you couldn't hear the traffic, if I was to mute the sound, you'd think I was out in the forest somewhere. And this is literally right alongside a main road in Calgary. Yeah. Just needs the willpower for people to do it. I'll show you the road at the top here, because I have to go past a little bit up here. There is a walkway that goes up towards the road a bit more. I'm just going to cut through this way. And there's one of those, what do you call it? City sound walls, I guess you call them. That goes up through. Oh, pelican garden, actually. Yes, as you can see, just over through there is the main road, literally. And this is one of those pieces of road that every city has, or green space, pretty much everywhere has, but they don't use it for anything. All they do is mow it. Whereas the people here have put a lot of effort into making this nice. Peony garden. Yeah, nice. Sea buckthorn. That stuff, let me tell you. That stuff has some decent spikes on it. Yeah. Right, now all up the side over here, this is part of the bikeway system in England, in Calgary here, where you see the paths with the yellow lines on. It's part of the cycle path network. The ones that people will tell you, oh, Calgary doesn't have any decent cycle paths. Well, I can tell you, anybody that tells you that doesn't live here, because Calgary has amazing cycle paths. They go everywhere, at least 1,000 kilometres on. So don't let anybody tell you that it's not a bikeable or walkable city. Where I live, I was just talking to a young lady who was pumping her tyres up on a bike, and she actually works downtown, which from here is about 12 kilometres, I guess. And she was just getting ready to go to work. So, and she doesn't have to drive along any of the roads. Low water garden. And an old post garden. They grow old posts in there. Nice. Yeah. Rose bowl. And all this is done by volunteers. Absolutely amazing. Now up along here, this is one of those road walls, sound walls that cities install just to keep the communities a little bit quieter. Why not do something like this behind the rose wall, the wall? Put in roses, trees and shrubs, and everything's starting to come out now. Everything's greening up. We had some decent rain, thank goodness. We've got a bit of a forest fire situation going on in Calgary at the moment. We're in Alberta. We've got forest fires like crazy at the moment. Literally pretty much double what we normally get already. So that's not good. Which is why we have a complete province-wide fire ban. Right, so this bit that I'm doing now basically follows this sound wall all the way up to the top, so I will do some more when I get up there. Right, up at the top, this is full of sunflowers. Like this whole piece at the top is loads and loads of sunflowers in it. So they swapped out a lot of these benches. That's not a bad idea. Some of the older benches were getting a bit old, as you can see. The other thing, the reason I've come out on this walk is because this entire walkway up here is this mulch stuff, and all the ground up branches and stuff, and it is absolutely really nice to walk on. Yeah. Doesn't give my leg grief at all. So this is good. Almost right at the very top. Then I will turn around and come back down the other way. I guess one thing we're having a leg that's giving me heck is it's making me walk slower. Normally people that come for a walk with me, they always complain that I walk too fast. Well, not at the moment, I'm not. Gardens of Silver Spring. Yeah. This is most definitely something that Calgary needs more of. We are almost at the top. Hey birds. We're almost at the top. I'll turn around and go back down the other way in a second. Oh, there used to be a shed there. Right. If I remember rightly, see, that's how close we are to downtown and the main roads. There's a train just gone by there. You know, this is all stuff that people, you know, they don't see this. They drive right by it, they don't know it's here. There used to be, oh, it's still there, thank goodness. A little picnic table up here, which is where I'm going to sit and have a rest. Yeah. I'll have to sit on this bench because I don't think my leg's going to work very well getting in there. But, right, so we'll sit here for a while and just enjoy the green. Right, that's a little rest. I'm going to head back down. And that is a very nice walk. Oh, new garden there, half moon garden. Yeah, this gives you an idea of what they've achieved here. This is all stuff they've got for composting and all that kind of good stuff. But every single city has areas like this, green bits alongside the road that nobody uses. Yeah? Or just transportation corridors or whatever they want to call it. Oh, there goes the train again. Another train, downtown train. These trains run very, very regularly, especially this time of the day. Yeah, there's loads of them up down here. Calgary Transit is expanding that. Right, so I will do the Bluegrass Nurseries are a major sponsor from up here, so let's give them a shout out because they do a great job. Yeah. Right, now I'm going to head back down the bottom. There's the train going back up again. Like I said, there's lots and lots of trains. That's another thing people complain about Calgary Transit, but let me tell you, it actually runs very well and it's cheap. You know, if you want to get anywhere in this city, the quickest way to actually get there is by transit, pretty much. But, there are some routes that don't interconnect very well, but they're changing that all the time. So I'm going to head down through the Shakespeare Garden, which is this one here. This is always a nice spot, so I'm going to head down through here. Right, this is the Shakespeare Garden. Again, all of this, every single bit of this is run by volunteers, and they raise all their own money to keep all this going. There are a few people that help sponsor them with like products and stuff like that, but basically everything that you see here is done by the community. Absolutely amazing. The herb garden. Later in the year you'll find that this is absolutely, everything's only just started to green up. We just had some decent rain, and around here, once it rains, everything goes green. And that is the Shakespeare Garden. So I'm going to head back down and do some more when I get back down to this next corner. Well, they just took about 5 minutes. There's a whole bunch of dog walkers coming up through here, and you have to stop and say hello to them all. Oh, comes some more. That's the only thing, when you walk up through here, it can take a while. Lots and lots of dog walkers, which is good. What a great spot for people to bring their dogs in. Like I say, you can see the main road over there. It doesn't take much effort to produce stuff like this. All it needs is willpower and a lack of bureaucracy. Get rid of the needless bureaucracy, and you'll find that a lot more stuff of this can be done. Right. I'm going to head down through the gardens. Oh, there's another dog. Morning. Hello. I'm going to head down through the gardens that way. This is just a nice walk. It's not too steep, so it keeps my leg moving. But, unfortunately, the tendency is to just sit still all the bloody time, and yes, that does help. Look, bluebells. There's proof that we have bluebells in Calgary. Nothing like the bluebells back in the UK, where literally every single bit of woodland at the moment is absolutely covered in it by the millions. Yeah. Here we have a couple. But, my leg is feeling a lot better, I have to admit. We shout out to Brenda at Strive, because let me tell you, they bend you around, they twist you around, they stick needles in you, they electrocute you, but at the end of the day, let me tell you, if it fixes it, perfect. Bloody painful when they do it, but let me tell you, afterwards it feels so much better. Yes, that was actually a recommendation from a friend of mine. He said go see these people. I was actually looking for somebody else that could help me once in the past, but I couldn't find them. So I got a recommendation from one of the guys I work with actually, and he said, "Yep, go see this lady. She's good." And hey presto, isn't she just? Yeah, getting me fixed up, so that's good. Yeah, the other week I would have struggled with this. So now I'm getting there. So we'll take that. Right. This is down through here. There's a lot of roses. Once they all come out. A bit early for roses yet. Like I say, we throw old posts in that garden apparently. Either way, very nice. Low water gardens. So I'm going to take the side route back here and just give you a different view. These houses here got a nice location, eh? Just walk out your back garden into this. Absolutely fantastic. That's what I say. Calgary needs more and more of this kind of stuff. Not less, needs more. I know it costs money, I guess, to set these things up and all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, it is such a good thing for the city. We have cycle paths all over Calgary. I'm going to cut down the front of that one there in a second. But, we have cycle paths all over Calgary. They're absolutely everywhere. So why not put in a few trees and shrubs and stuff? No. You look at all these great big grass areas all down in there. There are some trees and that down in these areas, and they do put them in, but we could certainly do with a lot more of them. No. I am going to head back down through this way. An amazing place for a walk, eh? Look at bur oak. This tree here is a bur oak. It's one of the few oaks that will actually grow in Calgary. There are some white oaks in Calgary, and to my knowledge, they're all in one garden. Not sure why, but they are. They need very deep, fertile soil, and the soil around Calgary, unfortunately, is very shallow and not exactly what I would call fertile. You don't have to go down too far to find rock under here. So I'm going to head down this side. That's where they raise a lot of the plants in there, like a little nursery area. Oh, this mulch is so nice to walk on. I did a walk out in the mountains there the other day, because I figured that'd be nice and soft. It wasn't too bad. Even the uphills were a bit. Eagle garden. There used to be one down here with owls in it somewhere. Let's see if I can find that. It was down here somewhere. Forsythia. Now that's something weird, right? So the forsythias in the UK are all out, yellow, gone, done, finished now. All nursery beds for raising plants. All pretty much turned yellow and gone now. But here they haven't even leafed out. That is one thing that took a little while to get used to here. Yeah. Where's the one with the owls in it? Is this the owl one? I think it is. Yeah. Oh yes, Owl Garden. There we go. That'll be the clue. The big sign that says Owl Garden. Yeah. Love these two owls. These things are brilliant. Look at these. Isn't that nice? Yeah, those are really cute. Snowball cranberry. Nice. But these little patches of trees, see along there, even if they can't put in a nice botanical garden like this, there's no reason why on all these green spaces we can't put in more trees like this. There's absolutely no reason we can't do it. All it needs is the willpower. Simple as that. Just needs willpower. Okay, I'm going to be a bit adventurous. I'll go down this one. Oh, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Ah, not seen this seating area before. Rather nice. It's pretty cool. This is the thing, there always seems to be adding to this, so, which is nice. It's not a static thing. They always seem to be adding to it, which I actually think is very, very good. Like I say, we do have a fountain here, and very important for our four-legged friends, we have a bulb. You can just push that thing and it'll dispense water for the dogs. Yeah, cool, huh? See? Yeah. Right. I'm going to head down through this way and do some more when I get down a bit further. Right. Like I say, I would really like to see more of this in Calgary. Absolutely no reason why they can't be. Yeah. Loads of nice seating areas, picnic areas, places just to come and sit for a while, places just to come walk for a while. That's exactly why I'm here. Just have a quick walk through here and hopefully stretch my legs out a bit. This area has changed. A new piece of fence along here. I haven't seen this before. That looks neat. Yeah. Cool. Hello, Pops. Oh, you're big enough. You could almost put a saddle on you. Yeah.
Was that chemicals?
Huh?
Oh, was that chemicals?
What's that?
Oh, I thought you were spraying.
No, good God, no.
Oh,
I hate
like
chemicals.
You were spraying. Oh.
No, video. Oh God, no. I hate chemicals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That dog's almost big enough to put a saddle on there and ride, eh? Yeah. Cool. It's amazing. People see you holding stuff. And nope, I don't like chemicals. I used to hate chemicals in the garden. It just drove me nuts. Yeah. The only chemical that went in the garden was compost. They do actually collect up all the stuff in here, and they do actually make their own compost as well. But the city provide a vast amount as well, because the city of Calgary has this amazing composting program where all your green waste basically has to go for composting. Every building has to have some means of composting all the green waste they produce, and once a year they actually give a whole bunch away. I think you're allowed, what is it, 80 litres or something like that. Each person can go and collect 80 litres or something like that for free. And although 80 litres doesn't sound like a lot, you've got to bear in mind with compost you use very, very little. It's not garden soil, it's an amendment that you sprinkle on the top. I have seen people literally just bury it, and there's so much nitrogen in there it will kill everything you put in it. But it's an amendment to the soil, because our soils here in Calgary are not exactly spectacular, to say the least. Yeah. What an amazing place. I'm going to see if I can walk down a little bit further. This piece in here I like. This is the little maze. You You can walk through there, walk through the maze. It's very, very cool. Good mix of trees in here. There's a little bit of dead standing too, which is always nice to see. You do actually need that. Oh, is that a skyrocket? I think it is. So a lot of people, they go out and plant all these aspens and what have you, and it's great. There's lots of huge aspens in here, but that one in there is tall and thin. There's a particular one, it's called a skyrocket, and it looks like an upside down teardrop, if you like a Christmas tree shape, but it's actually an aspen, and they grow really, really good. They grow fast as hell, and the good thing about them is that they don't spread out too wide. A lot of the aspens in Calgary here grow into massive trees. Some of those trees that you'll see me go by downtown in Calgary, that's always a nice walk because it's flat down there. The only problem with going downtown Calgary at the moment is I'm walking on concrete. I'm trying to avoid hard surfaces. I'm also walking about half, this comes hard, I'm walking about this speed. It is like, yeah, right. I could sit down here and crawl down here on my hands and knees faster than this. I'm usually quite quick on my feet. Like I say, people often complain that I walk too fast. But at the moment, unfortunately, that's pretty much all I can do. So, but I'm getting there. That's why I'm out and about walking around. Yeah, it's a nice little grove of trees. It's all it takes. There's probably what, 20, 30 trees in there. Yeah, some silver spruce by the look of it. I'm not sure what that is. That's blue spruce. And I'm not sure what those other ones are. There's some green ones in there too. Yeah, but that's all it takes. Stick in some places like that, you know. So I'm going to go down here a little bit further and do some more down that way. Yeah. That over there where you can hear the lawnmowers, that's a golf course. It's amazing, the city can put huge amounts of money into building golf courses and what have you, because it brings in income. It's a source of income, isn't it? Basically at the end of the day, cutting all the bullshit aside, golf courses make money. Yeah. So places like this don't make money, they cost money. And that's unfortunately the mentality of a lot of city planners, is if something costs money, they don't want to do it. But once you've planted these trees, look at them, once you've planted these trees, you've got a handful of volunteers. All it takes is people to come along, keep it all nice and clean up the garbage, anything that's around or whatever. And Calgary is a very clean city. We don't tend to have too much of that needless garbage, if you like. So I'm going to go down here a little bit, and I'm going to cut off onto the side. I'm actually walking away from where I want to be at the moment. So, there's lots more little gardens and that down the bottom there. There's loads more down the bottom. Let's see if I can get down there and come back round to my right, I think. Oh, more dogs. Yeah. Always lots of dog walkers. Right, put this away for a second. Right. There were some people on the phone there. Didn't want to be filming while they were on the phone. Right. As you can see, we're very close to the road. This is the shade garden. Yeah. Now, if that's not good, I don't know what it is, eh? That's pretty cool. Yeah. Whoever put that there, thank you very much. It's very nice. Anne Jackson. In memory of Anne Jackson. Well, thank you, Mrs. Jackson. I will take a seat and rest my leg for a bit. And I'm going to head up over to that piece over there, and I'm going to cut back across to where I parked. There's a baseball diamond in here and what have you. So, yeah. Hello, Porky. Yeah. That's kind of cute. Yeah. Right. Oh dear, off we go. Yes, like I say, this is a birthplace forest. It's where they plant trees for all the kids that were born in a particular year. I can't remember what year this one was done for. There's lots more little gardens and areas down through here, but I'm just going to cut round off to my right here in a moment. JP Connor, yeah, that's Rose. Yeah. Very nice. It's very nicely done, eh? Yeah. One more little garden area here, and I will head back over to where I parked, I think. Let's just do this last little bit. There's all kinds of picnic tables and things in here. Nice area of picnic tables there. Some larches in here too. I just had a larch. Yeah. There's tennis courts and a kids' playground and that over there. I won't film over there because there's kids over there at the moment. So I will head back on around this way. I will head back round to where I parked. That one there. Oak Grove picnic area. Nice. Very nice. Absolutely amazing. This is what a community can do when they want to. Good enough. Needs more of this. Right, if I'm on the right then, I'll pick up the side of these trees over here. The oval garden. Oh, more bluebells, look. Yay. Look, this soil has been topped up, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to head up on the side of here. Baseball diamond in there. But look at this for a good use of what most people would just see as a waste of ground, somewhere that you've got to mow and weed and God knows what. Yeah, but you can actually turn it into something very, very nice. Adds a huge amount of trees to the what's called the urban forest. Calgary has this policy of urban forest. Notice there's a good mix in here. This is very nicely done, whoever did this, because this mimics what you'd see in nature out in the mountains. You've got the aspens there, and then you've got the conifers grown in amongst it, because the aspens are fairly short-lived trees compared to the conifers. Some of these conifers can live 100, 200, 500 years old or more. You know, some of them are thousands of years old. But it's the trees here, that's a good mix. You've got a good mix of evergreen and deciduous in there, which is good. Yeah. Whoever planned that out did that nicely, actually. Yeah. Very important to do it that way. That mimics what you'd see in nature. Very nice. Yeah. Morning.
Hi.
Nice day for it, eh?
What you doing? Making a video?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's a great place, eh?
Yeah, it is.
And here I am, pretty much back at the beginning. Let's see what's on the notice board. There used to be a map over here. Let's see. Oh yeah, there is a map. Let's see if the map's got a details and that on it. This gives you an idea of the size of the place. Yeah, there's the map. Very nice, eh? And it was basically just a piece of green space, and now it's being used for something good. bike racks there. Very nice. Very nice indeed. All the flowers. What's this? Press this button to learn about upcoming events. I pushed it. Yes, very nice. Very nice indeed. Right, I'm going to head on out and go and do this video. And that is the Botanical Gardens. Very nice indeed. Very nice.